This Wednesday, 13th of March 2013, the European Parliament voted to determine the future of the EU Common Agricultural Policy, CAP, the first time MEPs have had a deciding role. On the eve of the vote, the Greens joined environmental NGOs and farmers' groups, which came to Strasbourg to make their voices heard on the CAP reform. There are several key priorities for the Green EFA group in the European Parliament that should be included in the CAP reform. CAP must be made greener and more sustainable. It must be made fairer, with a more just and equitable distribution of subsidies. This implies limiting payments to €100,000 per farm. It should ensure the revitalisation of rural areas. It should strengthen farmers' bargaining power with multinationals.
Today's vote on agriculture reform was very disappointing. I mean, for the first time in the history of the European Parliament, we have co-legislative power on CAP reform, on a change of agriculture. And what we voted was business as usual, old-fashioned, no real greening, no modernisation, no capping of the budget, so all the money remains to the big farmers. The problem that 80% of the budget goes to 20% of the farmer, that remains. It's no greening. Also for developing countries, export subsidies stay in. All in all, we missed the opportunity as a parliament to really reform the agriculture policies of Europe, and that's a great disappointment to our voters and to the electorate, but also to the European citizens in general.
Europe's 500 million citizens depend on CAP for their daily food needs, with CAP policies affecting 13 million farming families in Europe. Loss of jobs in the agricultural sector further exacerbates the growing levels of unemployment in Europe. However, a majority of the European Parliament failed to vote for a fairer or more sustainable CAP. But the Greens are committed to supporting and developing local family farming and will continue to fight for this. As the horsemeat scandal shows, it's absolutely vital to shorten the supply chains and bring consumers and farmers closer together.